He's only gone and got a haircut, hasn't he? Okay, he's done it. Elon Musk has just bought Twitter. This is crazy. We got to talk about this. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's Lewis back again with another video, and today the entire landscape of social media truly has changed, and I just had to drop this video to tell you about it. Why the world's richest man has just completely privatized one of the biggest social media platforms on the planet, and what this all means for us. So let's start with the details of the purchase. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, the Boring Company, and now Twitter, aka the world's richest man, aka the Doge Master, has just purchased Twitter in its entirety for about $44 billion, or $54.20 per share. When the acquisition is completed, all shareholders of Twitter will receive $54.20 in cash for each share that they own. Currently, there is no set date for when the deal will be finalized, and Elon is financing this deal in the following way, split between debt and cash. He's managed to secure $25.5 billion in debt, which includes a $12.5 billion margin loan against his shares in Tesla, and the rest is money from his own pocket. But he's the world's richest man, I hear you scream. Why on earth is he borrowing money to finalize this deal, especially against his shares in Tesla? Isn't this insanely risky? Well, firstly, the reason why Elon is using debt to secure this purchase is because that's exactly how rich people get rich and stay rich, by borrowing. One of the old mantras of the mega rich is buy, borrow, die. In simple terms, you buy appreciating assets all of your life, such as stocks, real estate, businesses, and crypto. You borrow on what is called margin against those assets to fund your luxury lifestyle, and then you die. And once you die, your heirs who inherit your wealth won't pay any capital gains tax because they're not their assets to begin with. And thus, the process starts all over again. And yes, for the average everyday person, this would be a risky play. Borrowing against your assets is great if you have about $270 billion worth of them like Elon does. So he'll be fine with the strategy. But if you borrow against, let's say, a couple of thousand that you might have in the stock market, you'll be the first to be margin called when the stock market crashes. So don't invest on margin, don't invest with debt, just do it with cash. You're going to be fine. We're not billionaires, so yeah. Anyway, as soon as the news of the purchase completely dropped, Twitter's stock went up, closing the day up at about 5.64% at $51.70 a share. The deal is expected to close this year, as confirmed by Twitter themselves last week, just as I was dropping a nice little update to my channel for all of you. There I was, thinking it was going to be a nice and simple week in the world of the internet. It's 2022, what was I thinking? And at the same time, Dogecoin, the meme crypto coin that Elon Musk is absolutely infatuated with, absolutely exploded, going up about 23% on the day. However, it has since slightly come back down to earth, as have all stocks and cryptos this week. It really has been a mental week in the world of investing. But why has Elon done this? Well, when he first announced the purchase, obviously via Twitter with a jubilant yes tweet, he elaborated via a note on that tweet that free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms more open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it. Wait, did he just say Twitter is the digital town square? Look out, Zuckerberg. So what does this all mean for us? Well, firstly, it's clear that Elon is super serious about our free speech. He clearly thinks that Twitter has been dictating what free speech is for a while now. How he sees it is, if something is said that the overlords don't like, they take it down, and that should stop. At the end of the day, everyone is entitled to an opinion. This is a free world and all, right? Well, yes and no. It's great that Elon is an advocate for free speech, but when the bad actors of this world want to try and weaponize that or use it as an excuse to spread hate and vitriol, when is enough enough? No matter what side of the fence you're on, left, or right. No one should stand for it when now former presidents use their platform to incite a riot on the very bedrock of that nation's free speech just because he lost. Because being on either side is absolutely fine, but it's when we get into the extremism of those sides that it all falls apart. For every right-wing nut who talks about gay frogs or compares wearing masks and getting vaccinated to the Holocaust,
socialist Democrat Gestapo going door to door, house by house, trying to stick syringes in people's arms.
You're forcing people to wear masks? They were forced to wear a star.
Yep, that actually happened. There are also left-wing extremists who want to cancel every comedian who tells a joke or completely neutralize everything and everyone to the point where it just doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, us humans can unfortunately be a very toxic bunch of people, especially when we're hiding behind a keyboard on a social media platform. Because whenever you disagree with either side, they'll attack you into the ground, which is ironic considering how peaceful they come across on the surface. So reforming free speech is a very difficult thing to do. But it's not just free speech that Elon wants to take back and let people be people for better or for worse. What I really got from this was that digital town square line, along with making Twitter more open source and authenticating all humans. Elon Musk has been a huge He hasn't been a huge Krypton guy, that's for sure. He's not Superman, or not Superman. Elon Musk has been a huge crypto guy for a while now. So much so that Tesla actually, for a short period of time, accepted Bitcoin as a method of payment, until he realized the sheer energy usage of the coin, prompting him to take the payment option down. Oops. Twitter has already integrated crypto into its platform, allowing users to display NFTs as their display picture, for instance, and little things like that. But it looks to me, at least on the surface, that Elon wants to build even more on that and possibly make Twitter a major player in the crypto world. Crypto is the currency of the people, the open source blockchain is the trade market for the people, and whether you like it or not, the blue tick could be the proof of identity for the people. Only problem is, how are we going to authenticate all of the John Smiths of the world? Let's be real, the bots on social media have gotten a little out of control over the past couple of years, so I'm all for a little more people power. Again, I'm not entirely sure how he's going to do it, but I think it's clear that crypto and a certain level of people power will be a big part of the future of Twitter. And yes, that does include Dogecoin. You can't write it off, no matter how many times you try, you just can't write off the Doge. The possibilities here could be endless, and it's at least somewhat exciting to see what's going to happen. And hey, if none of that happens, at least we'll get an edit button. And maybe even a new funky super new company name. I don't know if it's just me, but I think the boring space Tesla X company has a ring to it. At least it sounds better than what he named his kids. Of course, a big question that a lot of people will have is that of our privacy. What is going to happen with all of our data moving forward? Are we all going to be sold Teslas and real estate on Mars from now on? Probably not, but it's unclear at the moment what, if anything, will change on Twitter's privacy policy. If you're worried about your data, there are plenty of ways to prevent yourself from being sold to even on social media sites. For instance, if you're an iPhone user, just make sure that you don't allow the apps to track you. And look, just because the takeover has been made official doesn't mean this will all happen overnight. This deal is massive, and it could take several weeks or even months to clear before going through all of the checks and clearances. Elon wants to take Twitter private, and it looks like he wants to make some big changes. He will have to jump through a lot of regulatory and anti-competitive / anti-monopoly shaped hoops to do just that. This isn't like buying your 12-year-old neighbour's lemonade stand. There are potentially millions of shareholders of this publicly traded company, including hedge funds such as Vanguard, BlackRock and Morgan Stanley. Completing this transaction is going to take a fair few sleepless nights. Who said being a billionaire was easy? So there's my 2 pence for what it means for Elon Musk to be buying Twitter. Whatever side you're on, this deal could be huge to how our free speech, data and individualism is handled on social media going forward. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this somewhat different video. If so, do give it a thumbs up and let everyone know what you think in the comments of this whole thing down below. Will you even continue to use Twitter after the dust settles? And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing for more money related content. I post videos every Monday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. UK time, so stick around for all of that in the future. Also, make sure to follow me down below on all socials for even more. And remember, until next time, every tweet counts. Sorry, every quid counts. See you soon.